Oh guys, so here we have the triple clamp, top yoke, whatever you want to call it. So what I've done is, what I've decided to do is drill the holes over here and here. If you can see those pilot holes I just drilled now. I was going to use these where the original clip-ons screw into, but if I did that I would have to mount the riser clamps right at the edge, right there and here and there, and that might have compromised the steering and whatnot. So I didn't really want to do that, so I went for these strips here. And I don't understand, when I drill the actual size of the hole that I need, I'm not going to have these side walls here. I'm just going to, because it's gonna go through all of that. It's going to be too big for that, so I'm just going to have the metal left on the left and the right side. But I'm hoping that should still be okay, get it nice and tight, and I'm hoping that should hold, and that way I get the clamps right in the middle, nice and right in the middle. So I'm going to go and drill the next size up now. So these pilot holes are 4mm. Now I'm going to go for the 6mm. I just went straight through. Get the other side. There you have it. That is the final hole. Give that a good clean up, guys. So I thought I'd use this opportunity to give this a quick lick of paint. As you can see, it's all scuffed up and whatnot. So I've taped off the Kawasaki sign and the ignition area. So doesn't need to be special, just a quick little spray up. Guys, so this is the setup I plan to use. This handlebar. As you can see, it's got some funny little bracket across the top, but I can always remove that if I need to. And these are the risers that I'm planning to use. And as you may have seen, I've drilled these holes. They're not ideal, but I'm gonna give it a go, see how it turns out. So I'm gonna go ahead and try mounting this now. Alright, so this is how it's looking. I've just put it on roughly from the top. As you can see, so it's looking, I've got clearance for the key, and hopefully I should have clearance for this bolt here as well. And I'm gonna go ahead and what I'm planning to do here is slap on like 2 washers, and then go ahead and tighten this one down, and then back it up with a second one just to lock it in place. So once I've got this fully tightened, then I just back it up with a second nut just to hold the first one, lock it into place. Like so. So that's the setup, that's how we're looking. I'm going to give that a go, and so next step will be to go and put this back on the bike and see how that is. Right, so it's time for the new bar to be installed, and so we can figure out what it is that we can and cannot keep. I'm pretty sure I'm going to need to change the brake lines, and so we're going to go and reinstall the bars and see what we can do. Alright, so it's all back on for now. Now it's just all about seeing how we can reroute as many of these cables and see how many of them we can actually use. Alright guys, so far I've managed to reattach the clutch lever and the switches on the left hand side. I'm having problems with the throttle cables. It's a bit too short, so it's not going all the way to the end. So what I'm going to try and do, as you can see, is routed through this hole over here. I'm going to try and get it out of this hole here and see if that gives me a bit more reach, so I can get that on there. Alright guys, so as you can see, I've rerouted the throttle cables out of this hole, and it seems to be giving me enough reach now. So I'm going to try and reconnect this and see how that goes. Alright guys, so I've managed to reroute the throttle cable through this hole here, and I've attached it up here. Seems to be okay, but I won't know until I start it up and give it a go. Meanwhile, I thought once I've got the airbox out of the way, let me just check one of the spark plugs just to see the condition of it. Have a look now. To be honest with you, the plug looks pretty decent. It's iridium's, good quality plug, so that's a good sign. Alright guys, so this is how we're looking right now. I've got the throttle cable on, got the switches on, got the clutch lever on, and the other switches on. All that remains now is the front brakes. The brake hoses are not long enough. I already knew that. I've already got them ordered in the post, so hopefully once they arrive I'll slap the brake lever on and we take it from there and see how it goes. But for now, this is how we're looking quite decent, to be honest.